Emotional time for parents, many just sending children off to college for the first time this year. And for two Ohio families, it became their worst nightmare when hazing cut their son's life short.
Really sad. Investigator Sarah Goldenberg is digging into new hazing reports just released under Collins law that aims to save lives.
Under Collins law, universities and colleges statewide had to publish reports of hazing starting this January, and they just released their second report this month. We found dozens of cases statewide and an entire football team on probation. When 18-year-old Colin Wyant started his freshman year at Ohio University, he never made it back home. Colin died after inhaling nitrous oxide during hazing at a frat house 5 years ago. His parents fought to protect other students and help create Collins law, making hazing violations second-degree misdemeanors and a third-degree felony if it involves alcohol, drugs, or physical harm. Here's Colin's mom.
I just keep thinking that if Colin had received education on hazing that students now will be receiving because of Collins law, that he would be alive today.
The family of Stone Foltz was also there at the bill signing. The Bowling Green sophomore consumed almost 40 shots of alcohol during hazing at a fraternity. He died back in 2021.
We made a promise to Stone on his hospital bed that we would keep fighting and we would not allow this to happen again to anyone. No parent should have to go through this, any family, and we will put a stop to it.
College campuses now must provide anti-hazing training and post hazing reports online going back 5 years. This started in January, and they just updated those reports. 19 investigates poured through Collins law anti-hazing reports at 20 universities and colleges across the state. We found about 100 hazing cases reported in total going back to 2018. Here's a look at some of them. We found the most cases at Ohio's largest university. Ohio State listed 43 hazing cases overall. Up second, Ohio University reported 12 cases overall, and third, Bowling Green had 10 cases. The University of Akron had 4 cases. The universities of Toledo and Cincinnati each listed 3. Cleveland State had 2 cases, and Kent State reported 0 hazing cases. We also found Wittenberg University placed its entire football team on disciplinary probation earlier this year through December. Keep in mind, these numbers may be an undercount because not all hazing cases are reported. Sarah Goldenberg, 19 News.
All right, 19 investigates reached out to Wittenberg University to find out more about the hazing incident involving the football team. We haven't heard back. You can look for hazing cases at your child's university.
In fact, we have a link to those reports on cleveland19.com. Colleges and universities will be required to report any hazing cases again in January.